Hello! My name is Grian, and welcome back to another Drawing Badly video. And today I'm joined by InTheLittleWood.
Hello.
Now, last time we did drawing movie titles with one letter missing.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun, actually. That was really cool. And it was actually quite easy. So what we've done now is we've added a letter. So we're taking movie titles and we're adding one letter in. Now that was slightly more difficult, especially as we've now limited ourselves as well to just Christmas movies for the time of year.
Before starting recording, we already found that we had like a pool of like 4 or 5 each, and we've already realised that at least one of those was a match, so we're not going to do that one. And it was also a little bit of a stretch. That one was the Polar Espresso.
Yeah.
Which is not quite right, but the fact we both fell on it means that it's not that silly of a one to go for.
Martin was like, mine's drink related, and I was like, yep, we've got the same one. I'm not going to tell you mine, and you're not going to tell me yours, and we're going to guess once we've drawn it what each other have chosen. Now, I've seen a fair amount of Christmas movies, but there's a chance that you've picked one that I haven't seen.
Okay. I tried to go for the most popular ones, but nothing like too painfully obvious.
Okay.
So there's a lot of films to go from, but then there's also a lot of films that like come out at Christmas time that I wouldn't say are particularly Christmassy. So for example, like Frozen. Like Frozen is apparently a Christmas film, but
that doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd count that one. I think there's actually like a saying for it, unless I misinterpreted the wiki page that I read. But is it called a Hallmark Christmas movie if it's that typical, you know, Santa, red hat, white trimming, those kind of themed films?
I guess so. I never really
I didn't know if that's what the phrase meant.
I've never thought about it.
I wonder. I need someone to confirm this for me, because I don't want to, like, I don't want to be having intelligent conversation with someone someday, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's my favourite Hallmark movie. I'm like, what are you talking about? Hallmark's a card store. What are you on about?
For my drawing, right, I've got to draw probably one of the most famous characters in existence.
Okay, sure.
And I'm a little bit scared about it. Because I have a tendency to take well-known characters and make them nightmare fuel.
See, I have a talent of taking existing characters and making them myself.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I tell you what I've been loving this year, actually. So, never in my entire life have I ever had a real Christmas tree. I'm talking like a proper, living, live, actual thing. And it's so good.
Well, this is actually a good point, because you've had a Christmas tree up all year.
Oh, yeah, that's also a thing, yeah.
All year? You've had literally a Christmas tree up the entire year. How is that 1 year old or 2?
That's only 1 year old, yeah. It was pretty much last year until now. It's been up, and that one's now the one that's currently in Nettie's office as, like, you know, decoration for her live stream. And I bet you she doesn't take it down. I guarantee you she's not going to want to get rid of it, like, once Christmas has passed. It's just nice. Like, the reason we kept it is because obviously Christmas tree is just it's pleasant to look at, but also it's just really nice for lighting, because people throw like fairy lights up all the time, and a Christmas tree is not miles away from that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So that's kind of like the reasoning for keeping it up. Although our neighbours did notice it, like they actually started commenting on it, because like where we live, basically on our estate, we have quite nosy neighbours. Like there's a little Facebook page where everyone
very
talks.
nosy.
Oh, dude, there's been all kinds of drama recently with that. So there was this Christmas tree that they wanted to put up in the middle of the estate in like the open grass bit, and basically it fell down after like the first day. Bless it. But even just trying to rally people together to draw it, like nobody was down for it. Like I think they ended up tagging like 100 people on Facebook in the end from like the little community page just to try and get someone's attention to basically like try and get this thing put up. It was yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was a sad time. But I think it's basically still down as of right now. Actually, let me check. Let me go see.
Well, he's gone.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. The Christmas tree's down again. I saw a post that somebody had put the tree up, like, I think 2 nights ago. They were like, oh, it's really sad to see the tree just fallen over after so much hard work went into it. All they did was fill the pot with cement and then, you know, just prop it up in some soil. But no, it's fallen again, bless it.
The cats have destroyed my Christmas tree.
Your cats are like ninjas. That video clip you sent us.
I know. They climb all the way to as high as they can, and then they literally take it apart. I know that cats love climbing trees, but they're taking the branches off.
But look at it, yours is a
we
fake
come
tree,
downstairs. Right? There's just branches all over the floor. It's just like, I don't know why I bother.
You just got to roll with it, man. You just got to roll with it.
So my one is a clever pun, right?
Okay.
But actually drawing it is tough.
Right. Okay.
I have to use a very iconic pose in the hopes that you will get it, but because of the character that it is, this will make sense later on. I've had to draw it side on because otherwise it would be terrible.
Right. Okay.
So just bear in mind that he's meant to look directly at you.
Okay. Sure. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I can try and work with that. I'm always really bad at drawing, like, cloves, like the upper half of cloves. I always end up giving them, like, really exaggerated sort of shoulder pads as if they're from, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or some other kind of anime.
I just can't draw mine.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. I struggle.
So I've compiled, actually, a list of the names of what Father Christmas is called in other countries.
Ooh.
I thought it would be quite funny because, well, it's not really funny, is it? But it's interesting. Now, do you know any European names for Father Christmas? Now, obviously in the UK, we call him Father Christmas, which is odd because, in the US, they only know him as Santa Claus. I was talking to Tortoise and he was like, who's Father Christmas? Is that Santa? I was like, yes, it's Santa. I assume you call him Father Christmas, right?
Yeah. Or, more Santa than Father Christmas, I would say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever really called him Father Christmas. I think in, like, kids' storybooks, he's been referred to as that. But that's probably the extent of it.
Right. Well, in different parts of Europe, he's got different names. Now, he originally was... Do you know who he was, like, in real life? What his name was?
Saint Nicholas, I want to say.
Saint Nicholas.
There we go.
Saint Nicholas. And in the Netherlands, they refer to him as Sinterklaas.
Sinterklaas?
Sinterklaas. But that's not Santa Claus. That's different. But Sinterklaas is Saint Nicholas. And they actually celebrate a different day called... So basically Saint Nicholas Day on the 5th of December. And they give each other presents like on the 5th of December or the 4th of December. I might be butchering their traditions here, but they do something like that, and it's super weird. It's odd because they basically have Christmas early, really early.
I kind of like that. I'd be well up for having Christmas earlier. Like if we literally all... Can we make this a rule that we all exchange gifts on the exact day when the Coca-Cola advert plays? Because everyone's normally like, oh, that's the start of Christmas. It's like, no, I want that to be Christmas. So if anybody's down with doing that with me, I'd be very chuffed.
When I was a kid, that was it. That was like, it's exciting.
I'm now adding some extra details onto mine from what I recall from like the movie cover, I guess.
I really hope we haven't just got 3 of the same ones, because I felt like I couldn't come up with much else.
I admittedly, I did struggle a fair bit trying to come up with some stuff.
The Scandinavian countries, okay, they have some very weird names for Santa.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to butcher these names because I cannot speak Swedish or Norwegian. But they have Joltom and wait, let me try that again. Jolt om 10. Oh goodness.
Oh dear.
Jolt om 10. Jolt om 10.
Jolt om 10.
It means Christmas brownie.
Oh.
The translation means Christmas brownie.
Okay.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
In Italy, he's Babbo Natale, and that means Daddy Christmas.
Oh.
It's just like a bit more informal than Father Christmas. Father Christmas sounds like, quite proper. And they've got Daddy Christmas.
Daddy Christmas. All I'm hearing in my head now is that song that Daddy cool. That just sounds like a sofa advert waiting to happen, that song.
Oh yeah, this is the Finnish one. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this again because I cannot wrap my head around these Scandinavian words. Jullapukki, and they have the Christmas goat.
The Christmas goat?
The Christmas goat.
Oh my
now,
God.
I must admit, I've pulled this off of a website that, says what Santa Claus is called in other countries. It could be completely wrong, and I'm butchering European cultures. but I just thought it was rather funny.
I'm surprised that you could even pronounce half of them. I've been to so many places, and like, I should by now know languages a little bit better. Like the amount of times I've been to Germany and things like that for things like Gamescom and stuff, and I still can't pronounce like, I don't even want to say it. Is it Bratwurst or is it Bratwurst?
Bratwurst. I don't know. We're awful. The English people in general are bad at languages.
I know. Everybody else is so bilingual, and we're just not.
I'm definitely done. That's about as much as I could get.
Okay.
Now, if you manage to get this, I'll be seriously impressed.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna look at yours first.
Okay. Cool. That sounds good. The anticipation's killing me.
Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
Uh-huh.
We've drawn the same one.
I knew it! I knew it! The moment you said a particular pose and a famous character on my screen on my video, I literally just wrote in like a text on the screen. I was just like, I think we've got the same one. And this whole time you kept talking about it, really like trying to stay cryptic, and I knew exactly what you were drawing. Oh man. I can promise you this is my most obvious one. The other two are going to be a lot more difficult.
Okay, yeah. That's 2 out of 5 that we got the same.
Yeah.
Seriously, if we have all of them the same, I'll eat my hat. Do you want to see mine anyway? You got to see mine.
Yeah, oh, of course I do. Yeah.
Who did it better?
We need...
yours is better than
Oh my god. Wait. Let me open this up in a browser. Oh my god. Look at that! He's got forks for hands.
I know.
He looks like a giraffe.
It's not called...
Are those the wet bandits in the background?
Yeah, those are the bad guys.
We're the wet bandits. Or were they called the sticky bandits after a while?
I don't know what they're called. I just remember they had beanie hats.
I like that you did the Kevin McAllister house as well.
I tried to as best I could. Oh my god, I can't believe we both... Not only did we like get the same one, we both decided to do this one first as well.
I know.
Oh my god.
It's almost better that way,
is
because if one of us had done it already, then the other one wouldn't have wanted to do it later on.
Yeah.
So at least we get to see both renditions of it. I was so
think you
close
did
to
it better.
doing the scene, you know, where he's got the mannequin and it tied up to a string, and he's dancing to make it look like a silhouette. I was really close to doing that, but I thought that might be too difficult to like identify.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have got that. I haven't seen Home Alone in a long time. If anyone didn't realise, we've got Home Alone and we've added an R to the home,
Oh, yeah.
so it's Homer Alone. If you didn't get it.
I'm just imagining that Homer's like, wah! Like that sort of scream that he does.
Except mine isn't screaming at all. He's just like...
Mine looks more like he's like about to be arrested. He's like, no, I promise it's not me. It's the two guys inside, I promise.
1 point to you for this one, I think. Okay. Yours is definitely better.
I'm going to do an I
100%.
card as we always do. So if people want to vote on their favourite, then press the I on the screen right now. It's in the top right.
I am good to go. Should I count this in for the second round?
Yeah, do it.
No,
I'm going to put a lightning bolt on this.
I'm not telling people what... I'm not telling my audience what I'm working on. I'm kind of like letting them play along as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's right. Yeah, I always do that. Oh, have we started or?
Yep. Oh, sorry. I didn't even count us in.
Sorry.
I just started.
You did. I drew my lightning bolt. I made the sound effect with my voice, and then you just sat there. Come on, be a professional.
3, 2, 1, start. I don't know why. I just had a massive mind melt just then. It's like, yeah, I'll count us in, and then I just started drawing.
Oh, how am I going to draw this one? I'm still struggling on how to do this.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me as well. I'm not even going to like allude to what I'm doing in case we have the same one.
Yeah. I think for me, the angle is going to be quite important with this one, unless I can use some black lines to sort of distinguish a certain feature of the character. I almost want to do him as a Simpson, but then that might make things more confusing.
I'm sure I'll get it.
Yeah, I guess if I'm going to use the yellow Simpson stuff, but bear in mind it's not Simpsons related. It's just I just can't be bothered to try and figure out skin color right now.
Okay, I've been pretty good at this so far. Like all of the drawing videos that I've done, I've kind of got there in the end. The only one that I really struggled with was one with Tortoise, and he just drew the worst thing. He drew Ultron, but it just didn't look good, so I couldn't get it anyway.
Wait, is Ultron from Avengers.
Yes.
I want to say.
Yes.
Have you seen the Infinity War trailer?
I have. Maybe.
Oh,
yes,
man.
I have.
I had no idea who Thor was in that trailer.
Thor?
Because I watched it. Thor, yeah. Because I was really excited to see the Guardians in it. And then when Thor came on the screen and was like, who the hell are you guys? I was like, who the hell are you, more importantly?
Who the hell are you?
Who's this dude with an eye patch pretending to be Samuel L. Jackson? That character got killed off. We don't need another one. But yeah, it was just like, I just had no idea who it was. And then everyone was like, I watched like one of those, you know, those like breakdown review videos of the trailer.
Yeah.
I watched that and they were like, oh, this is Thor sporting his new look after Ragnarok. And I was like, oh, well, that's why then I've not seen the latest Thor.
I see. I haven't seen that either, but I've heard very good things.
Yeah, I was talking to Lewis from our office yesterday, and he was saying that he legitimately thinks it's the best film of the year.
Wow.
So, like, that's a few other people sort of backed him up on that.
You're gonna definitely get the movie. It's whether you're gonna get the things that the letter that I've added. Yeah, this isn't good. I'm not happy with how this looks, but it's not called the Drawing Very Well series. Everyone come and have a look at my art, is it? It's called the Drawing Badly series. So, you know what? I don't care. Timmy told me that every time you guys get into a car, you blare Christmas music, no matter what time of the year it is.
Yep, and Tomahawk absolutely hates it. He either rips the aux cable out from underneath me, or he either rips the aux cable out, or he just straight up just turns the radio off. He's like, nope, it's only September.
Party pooper.
We did it once in, we were really jet lagged because we'd gone to a mine fair and then we were already in Ireland for a Minevention immediately after it. And we basically were in like this sort of Airbnb, really nice, beautiful view of all of Dublin. And we basically just watched Christmas films. But then when we started playing Christmas music, that was like where the line was drawn for Tom. It was so funny.
It's like he's got PTSD or something with it.
Yeah,
Just triggers him.
I want to learn the story behind it.
I just thought that was really funny, just no matter what time of the year it is. Is there a particular song or is it different every time?
It's mostly Michael Bublé.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Michael Bublé's Christmas album, I just think is just so good. It's just so good to jam out to in the shower. Like, it's just because where the acoustics are so good in the shower, my voice sounds like it's actually filled out rather than sounding sort of, you know, high-ranged and a little bit wispy. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
I think, yeah, I think you might get this, you know.
I think you might. I think you might potentially get mine.
Oh, okay, that doesn't sound good.
Are you strictly then a Christmas is only like starts in December sort of thing?
No, not necessarily. I just don't really play Christmas music any other time of the year. Just don't really feel the need.
You should try it. I think the problem is you've not tried it, so you don't know.
Okay. I mean, you've had a Christmas tree up all year. You blare Christmas music whenever you can.
And I turned out just fine.
Did you know that Forbes has a list of, like, you know, they have like the rich list, like top earners of the year, and
yeah,
they have like the world's most wealthy in a big list because they like to do that. They also have one for fictional characters. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't.
They had one. Or they do have one for fictional characters. So can you guess like who might be up there? Who might be some of the richer?
Absolute top of the pile is going to be Scrooge Mcduck.
I think
he has to be number one.
I think he's definitely high up there. Tony Stark is up there somewhere. But Father Christmas used to be up there, but they removed him.
Why is that?
Because he's real. It's not a fictional character.
But I mean, he's not the flies a sled around all the time sort of thing, is he?
But they removed him from the Forbes list, or the fictional character list, because he's not fictional, which I think is quite sweet.
I don't know why I'm going into so much detail with these extra little bits on the side here, but I'm enjoying myself.
Do you have any like Christmas traditions? Because in my family, in my stocking, I always get a Satsuma and a pound coin.
A Satsuma? That's a random one.
I don't know if I'm gonna ask my parents. Do you want? I might call my mum now and ask. Shall I ask my mum?
Yeah, do it.
I'll ask my mum.
I want to know the origin of the Satsuma. A Satsuma? It's just a bit out there, isn't it?
Should I put her on speaker and see how... I'm a bit worried, but I'll put her on speaker and see how it goes.
That's okay. We're not live.
Can't take your call.
Oh, okay. Shall I try? I'll try my dad.
no.
My dad usually picks up.
Okay.
He's in on it too.
Hello?
Hi, Dad. I'm just recording a video right now, and we were discussing like Christmas traditions. And I mentioned how in my stocking every year I get a Satsuma and a pound coin, and we were wondering why that is.
Why?
Did he hang? Oh, I thought he hung up.
No, I know you didn't hang up. Is this
He's on to us, boys. Get out of here.
cause what?
That's because your mum puts them in there.
That's literally. I've gone 24 years just letting that slide and not questioning it ever, and it's just because Mum decided to put one in the stocking.
It's because she always got a bit of money and a Satsuma, so she continued it.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's adorable. Well, thank you, Dad. I'll talk to you soon.
Have your chairs come yet or not?
On to real talk.
Yeah, just straight on to real talk. Dad, I'll call you back later, okay, Dad?
Okay, alright.
Bye.
I don't think he quite understood that you're on video still. Bless him.
Dad, I'm recording a video. Have your chairs arrived?
So about that rash,
Yeah.
how's that going? Have you been using the ointment? Yes, Dad, I have twice a day.
That's such a dad thing to do, right?
While I've got you.
Yeah, well, I've got you here. Are you coming for Christmas Eve? Perfect. I've been done for a while now, actually. I don't think I can improve this anymore.
Okay, I guess I'm done. Yeah, I think I can say I'm done. Let me just do one more teeny tiny detail, because at the minute my guy doesn't actually have a bottom half. This will take literally 1 and 2.
So there's me
Okay, cool.
thinking that it was a great British tradition to get a Satsuma in your stocking. And it's just because my mum decided to put one in the stocking this whole time.
I feel like it was a panic stocking filler one year.
Yeah,
It was like, oh God, Derek, we've not filled up the stocking. We've put a fidget spinner in there, even though it's 2002. We've got, some chocolate. That's a good start. We don't have any of those chocolate coins, so just put a real one and he bites it. It'll be funny. It's great. What else? We need something spherical.
It feels like I haven't got enough presents for the stocking. We need to fill it up. Stick some fruit in there.
And then you, as like a little 5-year-old little square head Grian, like, because I'm imagining you with your plushy head, you're just like, oh my God, what's this? I love it!
But it's gotten
And
to
it's
the
just
point
like,
now
oh
where
God, every year now.
if there isn't a Satsuma and a pound coin in the stocking, all 3 siblings get very upset.
Oh no. Yeah, she's too deep at this point.
Okay. All right. Shall I go first this time?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, I'm gonna save mine out whilst you'll send yours over.
I just want to say I'm very proud of how mine's come out, despite it being a terrible drawing.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, hit me with it. I'm not gonna
you
look
go.
at the preview image, and
You're probably gonna get it quite quickly. I think.
okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what the pun is. So obviously it's the Grinch.
Yes.
Oh, the Grian! Yes! That is genius. Oh my God, how did I not think of that? Right. You've won this round so easily.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, like, when I saw it, because I was like, what can I do to Grinch? What can I do to Grinch? And then I was like, Grinch. That is a really good, like, interpretation of that.
That is fantastic. I literally, the second we finish filming, I need to show Nettie that, because that is so good. Okay, now I'm worried mine's not even half as good.
But wait, for the people that don't know what I look like, I have glasses and hair that looks roughly like that. It is the
Pretty
Grinch,
much.
obviously, and my name is Grian, and I've done the Grinch.
The Grianch. Okay, there we go. Here's mine. This one might take a minuscule bit of figuring out. I'm aware that he looks more like an emoji than a Simpson. I've just realised
He
this.
does look like an emoji. Is that a gun? Is that a gun that he's holding?
That's a gun, yeah. He's holding it apparently backward palm. It's the new way of shooting guns nowadays. It's very trendy.
Okay, and he's into chocolate and...
Those are his loves, yeah. That's why he's got the belly.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he's chubby. So wait. What movie is this?
So I can't tell. I can't
Christmas
tell you.
movie? What Christmas movie has a gun in it?
So it's a film that's widely debated as to whether it's a Christmas movie or not.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Is it Die Hard?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, because that's the I am on board with that not being a Christmas movie.
Yeah, no, agreed. But I thought I'd do it in this so I could like pick your brain and find out where your stance is on it.
Just because a movie is set on Christmas Eve does not make it a Christmas movie. I'm sorry, that's just not on.
No.
It needs to have Father Christmas in, some snow, and all kinds of Christmassy vibes.
Magic.
You can't just have an action film and slap Christmas Eve on it for the extra buck. Okay, so let me work this out. I can't look at that piece of paper without it looking like a face. It looks like
It looks like a really sad pagey from from the game Ukulele.
Okay, so diet hard.
Yeah,
Diet
like,
hard.
Oh, this diet's so hard. I can't do it.
Yeah, that is good. Very well done. I like that. I like that.
That one was the biggest stretch out of the three that I've done.
Just because of the controversial Christmas vibe.
Mixture of that, and also trying to relay the word diet. So and originally I was going to have him holding like a broccoli and like something else healthy, and then he'd be crying, but I don't think he would have gotten it that way.
No, I think it works. I think it works.
I think the gun and the tank top sold it. The tank top was actually probably the most important part because he wears them in like every film for some reason.
I love mine. I'm sorry. I just
he just sat there admiring it. My one's old news now.
I think it's the smile that gets me. It's the smile.
Round 3.
Now
That does not look like a 3. That looks like half of a Christmas tree. Like if I go like that with it, and then put that at the bottom. Tree.
So the first round we had the same one. The second round we didn't have the same one.
Yeah.
The next one is possibly, I don't know. I kind of think that the Polar Espresso was an obvious one, which is why I thought, oh, we might have the same one. I feel the same about this one, so I really hope that we haven't gone and got a duplicate again.
I don't think we will.
Okay, all right, fine.
I think we might be okay with this one. I'm going with something a little bit obscure. The film itself isn't obscure, but the pun that I'm making with mine is going to be a bit of a doozy to suss out.
Okay, so it might be a bit of a challenge. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll count us in 3, 2, 1, draw.
New folder, new layer. Goodbye, round 3. Here we go. I'm ready for it. Tell you what I do need. I'm going all out with this one. Here we go. Yeah, so speaking of Christmas tradition, so you've obviously got your pound coin and your Satsuma.
Yeah, well, have you got any? Yeah, that was the question I was asking. Did you get any? Do you have any of those traditions, those weird Christmas traditions?
Not massively, but it has become a thing now that that every Christmas now from my mum, I get this one particular pair of socks. Well, I say one particular pair. It's one type of socks, but she gets me lots and lots of pairs of them because they're basically called Pringle socks, and they're not edible. Before anybody thinks that, they're basically just socks that I love. They're just so comfortable, and even after a couple of washes, they're just nice. And so now, without fail, she always gets me one of those. And it's one of those things, like, you know, if you go, oh, if I ever won the lottery, if I had more money than I knew what to do with, what are the ridiculous things you would do? And for me, it's like I would, basically I would buy myself a new pair of those socks every single day.
Really?
And just wear a fresh pair every day. I don't know, it's a weird thing. I don't understand it myself.
Everyone has that sort of fantasy, like, if I won the lottery, what would I do? I have so many things. I would open my own personal woodwork shop because I used to absolutely love woodwork. I've been looking for a class where I live and I cannot find one, so if I won the lottery, I'd just make my own and I'd make stuff out of wood.
I like that. That's cool. Eyes always look terrifying until you put the pupils in them. They really sketch me out otherwise.
See,
it doesn't really intimidating.
If I draw any eyes, it looks terrifying, so I understand that.
What colour are the eyes? I guess technically they're a bit of a brown colour. Brown is such a hard colour to nail down properly in Photoshop.
Yeah, because you got to go to the red section.
And then sort of like blend it halfway through and stuff like that. It's a bit mad. There we go.
Tell you what, I'm going to put this on a different layer.
Hey, that actually looks okay. Okay.
So the character that I'm drawing is very famous, okay?
Yeah.
He's got a very distinct style.
Okay.
But I don't know if I've done it enough justice for you to work it out.
Okay. I think from your explanation, I'm fairly certain that we're not drawing the same thing, which is exciting.
Okay, thank goodness.
Oh my word, what am I doing here? Creating a monster.
I love Christmas.
Dude, I do as well. Like, not only do I like watch Christmas like films and listen to the music like all year round, but just in general, like as soon as it hits Christmas time, I'm there in the hideous dad jumpers.
Yeah.
I don't know what suddenly changed, but in recent years, I do not care how goofy I look in outfits. If anything, I try to look goofy on purpose. The more goofy I look, the more goofy I look, the happier I am. Like if people are turning their head as I'm walking down the street, then I know I've succeeded in my goal. Honestly, it's weird. It's almost like a bit of a rush for me.
I've stopped caring so much. I prefer to be. Mine's more comfort. I want to be comfy, and I don't care what people think or if they look at me at all. But as long as I'm quite comfy, then I'm fine. But yeah, you're definitely going for the whole goofy thing.
Yeah, big time. I've got so many jumpers that I've got lights in this year, or they're just...
Are they not a fire hazard?
I don't think so. I know that me and Nettie are both, like, we're basically both wondering how long we should leave it until we attempt trying to wash and dry the ones that have lights in. We're basically wearing them very sparingly, like, only in live streams and stuff. To ensure that maybe we can keep going.
I have one at the moment. It's a stormtrooper with a Santa hat on.
Oh, I like that.
It's minimalist but topical. New Star Wars film.
I've got quite a few actually. I've got quite a few different jumpers now at this point. I've sort of like started to collect them. Like I've got I've got like a Sonic the Hedgehog one. I've got a let me see. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I've got a couple of ones that we've done from like all the different Yogscast streams over the years as well. Like we've done like charity ones every year, and they're quite good. I'm gonna split those just there. There we go. I think my favourite one has to be the one that Nettie got me last year, which is a Stranger Things one.
Oh.
So like like she uses the Christmas lights in that show to talk to her son and stuff.
Yeah, and they've got a jumper for it.
It's basically a jumper of that, so the lights basically spell out like Merry Christmas on it and stuff.
That's cool. That's clever. Jeez. I might need a reference picture, because I don't know if you'll get this. You should do. You're a clever man.
Thank you.
You know things.
I've been to a lot of places, seen a lot of faces. It's no big deal.
You know pop culture.
Oh, is that a delivery? Oh, it's a delivery for me, I think. It's the only thing where we're recording from home is that whenever someone comes to the door, the first thing they see is me sat on my computer, like, screaming more often than not. Like, it seems like it must be maniacal, or I have a really terrible gaming addiction or something, but...
It's not as bad as the one that happened to me was I was sitting on the stairs stroking my cat, and the guy went and knocked on the door, and I could see him looking like, is he okay? He's just sitting there, and I was like, I'm gonna go and answer the door now.
I think I'm good.
I feel bad for saying all of those Scandinavian words for Father Christmas, because I've got quite a lot of Scandinavian people that watch my channel, and they're all gonna be really mad at me. I know they are. They're gonna be disappointed.
You know what? At least you're like trying to learn about other cultures. They should take it as that.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
if you butcher the pronunciation, at least you care enough to learn.
Yeah, learning about the Christmas goat. And the Christmas gnome.
goat.
That's the finish. That's the finish for you. Weird. We have a, old Saint Nick, nice old man. They've got a goat. I don't know if it is a literal goat or if it's just the translation that means Christmas goat. It might still be a dude.
Yeah.
But I kind of hope that it's not a goat, going around on Christmas Eve delivering presents.
That'd be difficult, wouldn't it? You'd hear him coming a mile off as well. Like, boots are pretty obvious on the surface making noise, but can you imagine hearing goat hoofs just on your ceiling?
Yeah.
That'd be so... Like, it would sound like a reindeer by itself. Like, it's not inconspicuous whatsoever. Right, so do you want to see mine first this time around, or do you want to do yours first?
You know what? We'll do mine first.
Okay. I already know what this is.
You know what it
instantly.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Is this because
that's awesome.
When you were researching, you thought of the same one?
No, not at all. I don't know how I didn't think of this one, honestly. This one's a really good one. So this is obviously Jack Skellington.
Yep. Correct.
And there's a door to go to a medieval realm because
yes.
he is The Nightmare Before Christmas, as in KNI.
That is right.
GHT.
Added a
The
silent
Nightmare.
K. So it's still The Nightmare Before Christmas, but it is Jack Skellington going to a medieval time, going to the Game of Thrones world.
I like it. That's really, really good. Oh, it's got such a Castle Crashers vibe about it, that
Yeah,
helmet.
I know. I started with the
That's
helmet and drew everything around it.
Let me didn't start with Jack. You're like, nope, the knight is the pun. It is priority.
Okay, so let's have a look at yours. Is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Apparently so, according to the list.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Gremlins, Zelda. What?
Come on, you got it.
Gremlins and Zelda. What? What am I missing here?
I don't know how you've not got this. Are you typing it out?
Yes, Gremlins.
You're such a visual guy.
Gremlinks.
There it is!
Gremlinks. Oh, that's punny. I like that.
Gremlinks. They're going to save the land of Hyrule, but only if they don't get wet.
Yeah, I am very visual. As soon as I write down the word, I get it instantly. That is very clever. I like that.
That rock that I was trying to draw there was, you know, from the actual like game art where he's looking over the kingdom.
Oh,
That's what I was attempting to do, and I gave up very quickly.
like I said, this isn't the drawing very well series.
It's as long as it's legible, it's fine.
I think that's a tie this round. I'm quite chuffed with both of these actually. I think they're both really
I
good.
really like both. Yours is definitely more Christmassy, but I think mine's got a stronger pun.
There's a forever argument that The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie, but I'd argue that it's a bit of both.
Yeah, I would say it's
It fits on
kind
both.
of one of a kind, really.
It is actually. It's a very good movie.
I've never really known a movie to straddle like two holidays like that.
And it kind of like goes into all holidays. There's a door to each one. I want to know how the audience have done though. Let me know in the comments below which
Yeah.
ones you got right, which ones you got wrong, or you know, if you have any ideas of your own, let us know. 'cause
Make sure you
they're all
write
very
down the
funny.
timestamp as well. So the timestamp of when you figured it out, and obviously what your guess is. Because
yeah.
I'm always intrigued to see how far into the drawing it took people to click as to what it was going to be.
All right, well, that's it. And if you have any ideas for further drawing badly videos, we've obviously done removing one letter. We can do lots. The world is our oyster. The canvas is our oyster. We can do anything with Photoshop these days, especially drawing terribly. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.
Ta-ra!